Welcome to Monday Night Live in Lexington, you guys. My name is Catherine Kaufman, and I'm a psychic medium here in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome to my every Monday night show. This is Monday Night Live in Lexington. It happens every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight's episode is going to be, what is ASMR and how can it benefit you? I'm going to do a couple of shout outs here. The first thing I want to shout out to is Babu's Relax TV. That is my all-time favorite ASMR channel. They're on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And we're going to find out what ASMR is, but that is my all-time favorite ASMR channel. After the show, I will definitely put in the comment section the links to Babu's Relax TV. I also want to give a shout out to Barbara Bacon and Aura Studio. In case you guys were wondering, they're having a huge sale. The 24th and the 25th is 25% off. It's gemstones and all kinds of stuff. It's 1132 Huntertown Road in Versailles, Kentucky. One more shout out before we get started. And one of my clients today brought me this really cool CD. It's really laid back, relaxed guitar and singing. Rick Gray's Sailor Talk. I put it in and listened to it. It is so relaxing. If you would like a copy, you can contact them at rickgraymusic.com. My particular favorite on the list was Lucky You. I really like that song. By the way, just so you know, any endorsements I make or any suggestions that I give are just strictly I like the product or I used it and I want to share that information with you. I don't get paid for any of these endorsements, so I'm not going to really suggest or endorse anything I don't like and that I don't personally use. So let me do some shout outs here. You guys that are tuning in, can you tell me how this microphone sounds and if it is too loud? Hey to Yasmin Jadoon, Paige Denise, Veronica, Kennard, Melissa Begley, and Miss Cleo. Kisses to you guys. Lana Halcomb Crawford, Sharon Schultz, Diana Estes, Lyric, Heather, Amy Butcher, Greta, and Olivia Powell, Corey Prophet Boyd, Rhonda Gale, Jay Ross, and Patrick Vander, and Charlotte Northcutt. Thanks for joining me tonight. So, does anybody have any idea what ASMR is? And we're going to test this microphone out. I want to do some ASMR with you. I'm going to turn it all the way up. This is ASMR. Can you guys hear that? Thanks for the hearts. I don't want to blow your head off with this mic, so I'm going to turn it back down when I'm talking. Hey to Caitlin Marie Jones. So ASMR means Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. What the heck is that? Hey to Debbie Gamon. So ASMR, this is all relatively pretty new. ASMR is a term used for the experience characterized by a static-like tingling sensation on the skin that typically begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and down the spine. ASMR also can feel like prickly feeling on your scalp. It's a sensation that is elicited by either a audio visual trigger is what it is. So ASMR was founded in February of 2010 by a person of the name Jennifer Allen. She was a cybersecurity professional residing in New York, and she introduced this into Facebook in a group she founded. Back then it was called ASMR Group, and she actually founded the name for this. So let's get into what this is a little bit more. Hey to Stephen Jagoda, Patty O'Brien, Thea Ann Wells, Susan Ryan, Amanda Neat, and Christina Bentley. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're nice and warm up there, Patty. And hey to James, and Susan says hi. So hey to you guys on Instagram over here. Thanks for joining me as well. So this has been compared with audio tactile sensations or synesthesia. ASMR signifies the subjective experience of a low-grade euphoria. That's that prickly, tingly sensation on the skin. It's most commonly triggered by specific acoustic or visual or both audio-visual stimuli. It's less commonly intentional attention control, too. Hey to Patrick Vander and Arthea Morgan and Leslie Graham. So this is so new, and this is like one of the top trending things on YouTube and on Instagram as well. So what you're going to see are the most popular ASMR things are videos that include the visual and the audio triggers or the audio stimuli together. That's usually the easiest thing for you to utilize. Now, there's no scientific evidence, and there's really not been any scientific research done much on this. So we don't have any scientific data, but some clinical trials have been done, and they claim to have therapeutic efficacy, like addressing anxiety, depression, insomnia, and the people are responding to this video media that's being played for them. Now, just for myself, I use ASMR every night, just about. And I usually will put a video on that has ASMR before I go to sleep. Now, these videos will have the fireplace crackling in the background, and then you can see the video of the fire on the screen. A lot of the videos that I use will use rain sounds, thunderstorms, and then they'll have a candle kind of flickering in the background. My favorite, like I said, is Babu's Relax TV. There's a really good array of different ASMR videos on there for you to use. For me, I do not get the physical tingly sensation or the prickly feeling down the neck. It just strictly relaxes me. So Nicole says, hey Nicole, how are you? And hey to Tom Driver and Leslie Graham. Nicole says she likes the nature sounds on the ASMR videos. Nicole, do you use like videos off of Instagram, or do you use the YouTube videos? Good question for you. If any of you guys have some questions about ASMR, please put it in the comment section. I would be glad to answer those. Okay, let's get back to some of the characteristics and how this works. So it's now widely identified by the term autonomous sensory meridian response and described by some of those susceptible to its production of a mild electrical current, or some people describe it like having carbonated bubbles go up and down your back. Now, the only thing that I can relate to this is, you know, when you go out looking for ghosts, or you go on an investigation, and let's say you hear a whisper behind your head or a whisper behind your ear, and you get the instant tingles and that prickly sensation and that rush of kind of adrenaline, I guess. That's what I equate to it. Now, so it takes a lot for me to get excited on that, but that's what the only thing that I can equate to it. Hey to Sharon Schultz and Danny Adams, what's the weather like down there in Savannah, guy? So Patrick says he hears crickets. Yeah, you know what? A lot of the videos will have nature sounds in the background, crickets, wind, rain, that kind of thing. So Nicole says, I hear that often even from home, not just out in investigations. Awesome, Nicole. That is so cool. Okay. So when I'm watching the videos, I don't really get the physical response, but ghost hunting and having something really crazy happen is my only equative thing that I can put to that. But it does make me extremely relaxed, or it makes me feel better, or it calms me down. So ASMR is usually precipitated by stimuli or triggers. So we have certain ASMR triggers, which are most commonly acoustical and visual, or can be a combination of both. And these are usually like interactions of daily life that's going on. And ASMR is often triggered by exposure to specific audio and visual stimuli, such as media that may be especially made with the specific purpose of triggering ASMR. And so, yeah, a lot of videos, let's turn this back up, a lot of videos are going to have whispering, and you're also going to hear things like this. So any kind of repetitive tapping is supposed to induce the ASMR. Yeah, I'm going to turn the mic back down before we go on. Sorry about you guys over here on Instagram. I know you can't hear the microphone. Hey to Karma's Ghost. Thanks for joining us. So a really softly spoken whispering voice, sometimes inaudible whispering, quiet, repetitive sounds resulting from someone engaging in mundane tasks, such as turning the pages of a book. So a lot of ASMR videos will just have somebody turning the pages of the book and whispering into the microphone. Let me make sure that this is turned to the proper setting. Okay, so watching somebody attentively execute a mundane task like preparing food. Now this brings me to one of my other favorite channels, and I'm going to go through some of my all-time favorite ASMR channels on YouTube. But there's a specific one I love to watch. It's Amal Zan's Kitchen, and they cook things outside over an open fire, and the audio and the video on that channel is awesome, and it really just relaxes you to watch them chop and prepare the food, and you can hear all the sounds, and it just is, to me, it is very relaxing. So the triggers on that channel will be chopping, grating, scraping, the sounds of the fire. Some people on some of their channels will use like loudly chewing gum, crunching, slurping, biting foods, slurping drinks, chewing gum, tapping their fingers on the mic, just kind of normal type of things. But in this sense, it will give people that ASMR physical response of the tingling and the bubbles going up and down the spine. Hey to Marco. And Nicole says she's used to it now. Hey to Paulette and Laura and Jennifer and Lisa and Heather. So Nicole has a lot of stuff on her Facebook. If you guys, she's a ghost hunter as well. If you guys want to join her, she does a lot of ghost hunting and has some stuff on her Facebook page as well. Now, some of the ASMR channels also will feature personal attention, like hair brushing or tickling the skin sounds, or even like their microphones are phenomenal on these ASMR channels. So just even like, I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, but rubbing the skin next to the microphone, their microphones, you'll be able to pick that up. I don't know if mine will or not. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but and so you're gonna hear like somebody's getting a massage. That's what you would hear. So that's personal attention. Or they would take a hairbrush and brush through their hair next to the microphone. And I'll tell you what, that is just so relaxing for me. Hey to Jennifer Malpin and Michelle Forbes. Thanks for joining me. Initiating stimulus through conscious manipulation without the need for external video or audio triggers. You can do that. You don't have to watch a video on this. There are things that you can use if you're not a person that likes to watch a video of someone doing the ASMR triggers. You can get a device. It's called ASMR generator. So what that does is you can mix your own ASMR sounds with this generator. And so the tool lets you mix and match and adjust the volume on 8 different popular ASMR sounds, including Forest at Dawn, After the Rain, A Bonfire, Snowstorm, Crinkling Bubble Wrap, Tapping or Scratching, or the brushing. They do have the brushing sound on this ASMR generator. Now, I love the sound of brushing. That's just, to me, is so relaxing because it really triggers a memory of my mom brushing my hair when I was little, and it just really relaxed me when I was a child. And then they have a default mix on the generator that just sounds like white noise or background noise. Okay, so watching and listening to this audio-visual recording of a person performing or stimulating these triggers and these actions, that produces enough of a trigger to elicit this ASMR response, which I wish I had this response, but I just don't. I do get the relaxation though. So if you're one of those lucky people that gets the ASMR response, that is awesome. Hey to Flat Pretty over here on Instagram. Thanks for joining us tonight. So what do you think about ASMR? Do you think it's a bunch of bunk, or do you think that this is actually something that could be a benefit to you? Shout out to Pamela Thompson, Donna, and Barbara has joined. Thank you, Barbara. Like I said, her shop, Aura Studio, is going to have a huge sale the 24th and 25th from 10 to 5. 25% off, lots of beautiful gemstones. Go out and join her. It's 1132 Huntertown Road. So Sharon has a comment. Have to go. Oh, she's, I think she's at work. So a lot of people will join me from work and just kind of watch in segments. So Sharon will have to catch this on YouTube later. Hey to Michael Bethel and Tim Rogers. So let's get on to a little bit more about ASMR. So the use of the voice is a big trigger. That's that whispering trigger. Now, psychologists Nick Davis and Emma Barat discovered that the whispering was a really effective trigger for about 75% of the 475 subjects that took part in their experiment to investigate the nature of ASMR. So that's a pretty big percentage of people who actually got the physical enjoyment from listening to ASMR. And so that's one of the reasons why I think that has just shot the popularity of ASMR to the roof. Any videos that I see now that have a lot of audio attention or audio focus on them, they're gonna put ASMR in the title because of the audio trigger that is involved in their videos. So it is a popular trending topic right now, ASMR. So we have acoustical triggers, and that's the sounds of like the fireplace or crackling fire, the howling wind, channels like Amalzan's Kitchen, ALMALZANS Kitchen. Many of the people that report this reaction are also saying that the effective triggers of ASMR are induced by the finger tapping, scratching, or crinkling or crumpling of a flexible material. Also, bubble wrap, popping bubble wrap. I've seen that before, popping bubble wrap on there. So like I said, if videos aren't your thing, you can get an ASMR ION generator. So we just got a few minutes left. I want to go over some of the YouTube channels that you can go on to find some really nice ASMR channels to listen to. You guys, this is one of the biggest relaxation and anti-stress self-help things that you can do for yourself. It's free, it's easy. Go on the YouTube channels, subscribe, put one of the videos on before you go to bed, and just, you know, drift off into the crackling fire or the sound of rain or the beach waves. It just, for me, it just takes you away. It's like a Calgon bath, take me away. So some of the top YouTube channels right now for ASMR, get out your notes, get your pen out. You're going to want to write these down. Some of the top YouTube channels to go to are, top #1 search for ASMR is GB ASMR, GIBI. Okay, her channel really kind of focuses on whispering, miscellaneous sounds like the crinkling. The latest one on her channel is a spray. She uses a spray bottle, and it's the sound of the spritzer that she's been using in the last couple of videos. So spraying, clicking. There's a lot of clicking on that channel as well. I think GB ASMR is probably on the top search. So let me check for questions. Hey to Daniel and Laurel. Okay, so Pamela says, I'm not sure about this as a psychic activity. What do you think? Is this related to sensing the other side? I don't know. I think it is just a sensoromotor response to the sounds and the visuals. For me, Pamela, this is strictly like a relaxation technique, kind of like using solfeggio frequencies or binaural beats, only it does involve the video or the visual component. The sounds are extremely relaxing to me. So to me, this, I'm just passing along that this is, how can it benefit you? Relaxment, reduction of anxiety. You know, it keeps your brain busy with sort of almost a visual meditation is really what I equate it to. And you know, the psychic senses work through a meditative brainwave state. So it is, I guess it would be possible that you might receive some kind of psychic input if you were relaxed and in this meditative state of mind while you were watching the videos. I use them specifically to fall asleep. And then, like, it's because a lot of ASMR videos are going to be 5 hours long, 8 hours long, 11 hours long. And so you're going to be able to hear that sound the whole time that you're asleep. And for me, that really, honestly, for a medium, that really blocks out, for me, that blocks out any entities that are trying to communicate with me at night and wake me up. And for me, that is a huge plus. If I can, you know, have that stimuli going to my brain rather than listening to a spirit that wants to talk at 3 a.m., that's a huge benefit for me. So, Pam, I think it is just really a relaxive, anti-anxiety thing. Hey to Rolando and Terry and Chastity and TJ. Thanks for joining me this evening. And hey over here to Instagram, want for only one. Thanks for joining me. So let's get into the top YouTube channels that I use for ASMR. So ASMR is the #1 channel that's searched, but it's not my favorite one. Like I said, Amalzan's Kitchen is one of my favorite ones, and they feature cooking sounds, and that's going to be chopping, slicing, grating, scraping, the sounds of the fire. There's going to be a lot of crackling fire, shoveling around in the fire. Those sounds are on Amalzan Kitchen, ALMAZAN Kitchen. My superior all-time favorite is Babu's Relax, BABU''S, Babu's Relax TV. I love to death. They have YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. And so what you can find on Babu's Relax are fireplace, crackling fire sounds, lots of rain, wind, snow. I love the sound of snow, and it's on Babu's Relax TV. Lots of really relaxing sleep sounds on Babu's Relax. And that's what it is. It's a relaxed TV. So y'all have to tune into this. Couple of other favorite ones. I love this next one, and this next one is like, the guys love this one. It's a YouTube channel called Best Unintentional ASMR. And these are Japanese bartenders making cocktails. And so the sound, the tinkling sound of the ice in the glass and the stirring of the cocktail. Now that may give me a tinkle or two. But yeah, I might get an ASMR response from the Japanese bartenders making cocktails. So Best Intentional ASMR is that channel. And then my last favorite is Holly ASMR. And she is really, really good. She has a Facebook page and a YouTube channel. She's really, really good at whispering, tapping, and some of the extraneous sounds that you're going to find on ASMR channels. Of course, there's a whole slew of other channels of ASMR, and you just have to find the one that really fits what you need to relax. Hey to Ada Dawn over here on Instagram, and KY Dovey. Thanks for joining me this evening. So let me check and make sure there are no questions. Yes, Pamela, bartending sounds. That is so cool. So the last couple of minutes, I'm going to do a little bit of ASMR for you. And I don't know if my microphone is good or not, enough for ASMR. I hope it is. I'm going to turn the volume up on it, maybe the echo a little bit. So this is what ASMR is. And so I might read you a bedtime story on ASMR, or I might just tap a little on the microphone. And can you hear me? Do you hear my whispers, or does it sound intelligible? And then also I may just add some crinkling to this ASMR. And does anybody get any tingles from this? So tell me, what did you think about that? Ooh, I have to turn the echo back down. Did anybody get an ASMR response from that? Shout out in the comments. And so Pam says she hears whispers but not tapping. Okay. Can you hear that tapping on the mic? Give me some hearts if you can hear that tapping on the mic. Hey to Jim Pioski. And then they'll do a lot of things like that. Like I said, their microphones are way better than mine. I mean, these are like microphones that cost hundreds of dollars. But it is a very relaxive technique, and I hope you guys try out some of the ASMR channels to relax by, particularly Babu's Relax TV, or maybe even Holly ASMR, or to me, one of my favorites is the Japanese bartending one, and that was, the channel was Best Unintentional ASMR. So let me check for one last time for, so Pam likes the whisper storytelling, and Barbara's still thinking about ice cubes. Yeah, you guys got to check these channels out. What I'll do is after I get off of here, I will put links to all these channels in the comment section. So all you have to do is click on the link and go subscribe. But while you're at it, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, because every Friday I do the Fun Friday video reveal is on my YouTube channel. But now, in case you guys didn't know, I'm doing a weekly review. So you're going to get Fun Friday, but you're going to get a forecast for the week following. And so that's something that I'm doing that's new. So if you want to find out what the forecast is for the week following, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as I always do, these episodes will be loaded up onto the YouTube channel for you to go back and watch. And in the edited version, I have all kinds of hijinks in there added to it. As always, I hope you guys have a fabulous week. Thanks for joining me tonight on Monday Night Live in Lexington, and I will see you next Monday night for another Monday Night Live. And watch for posts on what is the content for next week, because I haven't decided yet. We have to reschedule the guest for tonight because the weather was too bad for her to make it. But on the 26th, we're going to have Shifu Karega back, and I can't wait to link up with him and talk some Electric Universe again. So thanks, guys, and I will see you Friday for Fun Friday. Don't forget. Bye.